Hello, welcome to What the Film, a podcast for and by movie lovers. My name is Kevin Satterfield, one of your hosts, and this is...
Vishaal, one of your guests.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
I know. We're in a new year. New political struggle. A new... January, I think, was the longest
it felt
month
like
we've had
year.
in a decade.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it. I turned a day older. I turned a year older, so I would like it to slow down just a little bit.
It's been quite a year already. It kind of reminds me of the 30 Rock meme where Liz is talking to Jack and I totally forget like the context, but he goes,
You're gonna give an example of what the year feels like, and then you're gonna
I know, but
specifics.
It came up in my head anyway.
Listeners, I'm so sorry.
I wish I could. You know what? We're gonna find the joke and we're gonna put it on socials. It's fine.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
So what are we here to discuss today, Vishaal?
We are here to discuss. We watched a lot of movies last year. And we want to talk about the films that maybe people didn't talk about, maybe didn't see. So this is our top 3 most underrated films of 2025 from our perspective. And I'm so curious to know what your thoughts are on like how the criteria for this. And I think we have different, because all of my films, I don't think they follow like one specific thing.
Right. Well, when I was thinking a little bit more about the 3 films that I chose, each are directed by women, and I think that's a broader structural challenge in Hollywood, or at least like in filmmaking. There just aren't a lot of women directors, and I don't think the films by women directors just get a lot of support in the marketing or by studios, and it's got to change. But I think these 3 films were all really fantastic, really unique, and I just felt like it's important to put a spotlight on them. Yeah. What about you?
I think women have enough. I don't think that they need any more opportunities. I don't think that women of color need to have more opportunities. Yeah. So I'm the opposite.
Are yours all by men? White men?
No, they're not. Mine's a mix, actually. Mine's a mix. I have some by women of color. 2 of mine are by women of color. 1 of mine is by a white.
Got it. Yeah, I've got 2 women of color and 1.
Well, okay, I take that back. I think 1 of mine is half white.
Okay. Actually, sorry, I take it back. 2 black women, 1 white woman. So, in honor of Black History Month, I'm coming in hot.
Happy month to you.
Happy month to me. All right. Should we just kick it off?
Yes. Oh my God! Wait, you're right. I think all of mine are by people of color. And I made
now I'm trying to figure out which films, because we haven't talked about which films we're going to talk about. So I'm curious which ones you chose.
Well, I need to do one thing. I need to double check
if the director is a person of color. Do you not know the director?
I know the director, but I'm realizing that this person is very white passing.
Okay, you want me to start?
This will be cut. Or it doesn't have to. Yeah, these are non-white people.
Okay.
Mostly.
Well, why don't you start, since you're kind of holding us in anticipation?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first one, which is the Asian or not, I'm not sure, but I think so. I'm pretty sure that this is an Asian American. The first pick that I had was Twinless by James Sweeney.
As a twin, it's like you internalize the difference between you and your other half. Who's older? I am now that she's dead.
I watched this at the end of last year, and it was a film that got a lot of attention at Sundance, and I believe won a couple of awards there, and kind of did the festival circuit. And it's an interesting concept. It's about these two guys who I believe in Portland. One is played by Dylan O'Brien. The other is played by the director and the writer, James Sweeney. They are in a support group for people who've lost their twins, which is quite an odd thing. And they strike up this really interesting friendship that kind of...
Yeah, I think we could probably just kind of give people a heads up.
Okay, so this is the if you're gonna watch this movie, don't listen to what I'm about to say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So James Sweeney's character, it turns out that he has no twin. He's just in this support group because he wants to find some sort of community and has not been able to in his life otherwise, like working at a startup, and you start to meet a lot of the characters in his life. Dylan O'Brien is in this movie, who I've never really seen, but he was like in Teen Wolf, that, and like has done it like Maze Runner and things like that. He plays two roles. He plays the twin and his brother. One is gay, one is straight. And this is controversial. Dylan O'Brien should have been in the Oscar conversation.
Really?
He plays these twins so fantastically and also just so differently, in a way that makes them stand out, even just physically. Like, that is one of my favorite performances of the year, actually. And I was not anticipating... I just had never seen him do anything like this, and I was really, really impressed. And the screenplay is interesting. The actors are really, really great. It's a little independent movie, and so I think a lot of people are now, like, if you're not an independent films or keep up with them, people I don't think are hearing about it, but it's now on streaming. Hulu. I believe it's on Hulu, so a lot of people are discovering it now. But I do think that it should have been. That's a little underseen movie. I thought it was great. I didn't look at my phone one time.
He's kind of on a run right now because he's got Send Help out with Rachel McAdams, which I heard is really good too.
And I heard it's really great. So I think we're on I think he's about to be in a little prestige film era of his life, which is exciting because he's like a child actor who kind of like didn't get. From what I've seen, didn't really get opportunities to kind of show the depth of his like work, and even the writer and the director James Sweeney is also like fantastic. The character is. It is a film where you kind of consistently watch with. Like you're kind of holding your breath because you're kind of expecting something really, really bad to happen throughout because of this secret, and it doesn't necessarily do that, but it is still very, very tense for it being like this kind of like coming of age dramedy. It does a really good job of being really, really tense, and so that's my first pick.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to watch it later today and report back.
Watch it during Asian American Awareness Month because I found out that James Sweeney is indeed Asian.
All right, I'm next. I'm going to pick Hedda by Nia DaCosta.
I'll get this position and begin paying.
Eileen Loveborg is applying for your position at the University, George. Endowments and all.
Yeah, this is originally a play. The play is called Hedda Gabler. So it's from the 1800s.
Which I was in college.
Production of Hedda? Nice. Yeah. Norwegian play from the 1800s. It's been adapted before, but this is the first time they've put a black woman at the center of the film. Nia DaCosta being one of the only big black female directors in Hollywood, and Tessa Thompson being just always really good, but really good in this movie. It's just great. I attended a Q&A that Nia DaCosta, Tessa Thompson, and Nina Hoss did at the Angelica right before the movie came out. And I just, number one, I love that Nia DaCosta is always willing to do something different. She can go from horror to, you know, being in the Marvel universe to doing basically a theater production but put on film. And Tessa Thompson, I mean, she has to carry this movie, and she is just lights out.
So
Even Nina Haas, who's a supporting character in the film, also incredible. I feel like Tessa Thompson almost had a kind of awards campaign with this movie, but it just kind of fizzled out. But everything from the direction to the writing, it's oddly a movie that is timeless and that you can't really place when the movie takes place, but it's just set in this like beautiful, you know, chateau or like mansion in the countryside, presumably in Europe. And it all takes place basically over one night in this house. And it's queer and it's sexy, and I just loved it. I really did. Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I was very interested in it because I played kind of the villain, the villainous character in college, and so that they took a lot of really interesting creative liberties with it. That like in the actual play, it doesn't take place over one night. It's not a party that. It's also there's no queerness really in it, and so I thought that was really, really interesting. It's also directed so... The cinematography is just incredible. Every little shot, it moves in a way that feels very independent film, but at the same time very crisp. The costuming is really, really cool. You kind of don't know where it's going to go.
Right. It's one of the movies where you know something bad is going to happen, but you don't know what.
Yeah. You know that like there is like a Chekhov's gun, because there's a lot of guns. There's a lot of guns that show up in this movie. No, I thought it was a really good adaptation, and I'm also with you. I'm bummed that it didn't get like, because she got a Golden Globe nomination, which I honestly think that because it didn't get like a major theatrical release, it was just like on Amazon. It just I think people are now discovering it, but I think that like that's what gets lost when you put stuff on streaming.
Totally. In some cases, it could, you know, we all know that there's issues with theatrical distribution anyway. So, I would love to see a world where streamers could actually create more visibility for a movie like this, just given that many people probably have, you know, Amazon Prime accounts. But yeah, I do think the fact that it wasn't in theaters didn't help. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it got bought for a lot of money, so they're like, they've made money back from the makers and stuff. But yeah, I wish it kind of got more attention because it deserved more. And the reviews were great. Like, it was really, really critically acclaimed too. So makes no sense to me.
Nia DaCosta, Hive forever. Tessa Thompson, Hive forever. They can do no wrong.
I know. With that, 28...
the Bone Temple.
Which one is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Years, days,
it's
months?
part of the 28 Years trilogy, but the second movie in the trilogy. Yeah.
Haven't seen it, but I've heard great things.
Fantastic. Oh, so good.
It was good?
So good.
Bloody,
funny, and this one's funnier than the previous installations. Bloody, funny, kind of sadistic. Like it really ups the gore, but it's all purposeful. And Ray Fiennes and Jack O'Connell are fantastic. Yeah. All right, what's your number two?
Well, that was going to be my number two.
Yeah.
But I have a movie called Girls Will Be Girls.
As a student of my school, I pledge to honor our age-old Indian culture and live
It is
according to
a
it.
small independent film
Uniforms
about
to your knees.
this really strict boarding school in India, and this one teenage girl kind of exploring her sexuality, her like just growing up as sort of like an RA or a prefect at this school. She has a really controlling mother who is played by Gani Kusruti, who actually was in All We Imagine Is Light. She played the nurse character. So she had like a crazy year last year with like these movies getting some critical attention.
Which nurse? Sorry, because the older one. Got it.
Yeah, the older one. So she plays her mom in this movie, and it's kind of their journeys as women, and there's some really interesting, really wonderful acting. There's some tension between the mother and the daughter over the daughter's like new boyfriend that I found really, really interesting. It's a really fascinating film about just like what it is to grow up, especially as a woman, but also in India specifically. I did not grow up in India, but I've heard like, you know, my mom, my aunts talk about like sort of that experience going to sort of one of those types of schools, and really, really interesting. And I think it was a movie that actually got some Spirit nominations, and I think some Film Independent awards as well. Some of the actors and the director got some accolades, especially in India as well. But I don't think people here, unless you're in independent film, really know about it. So that's one of my other ones that I really, really like and would encourage people to watch. It's a nice little... It's a different kind of film for India, I think. It's again, another like tense movie. I think all of mine are like tense. There's some sort of tension.
I wonder why.
And you're like, I know. I am realizing I'm looking at the list now, and I'm like, every single one of these, I'm like, something terrible is going to happen to every one of these characters. But you know, ultimately, it ends up being a.
Did it have a festival run, or did it? Okay.
Yeah, it did. It had a like more independent festival run, for sure. And then I think it went to a couple of bigger ones, but didn't have like a crazy theatrical here.
Okay.
All we like, I think out of the Indian films last year, All We Imagine Is Light was like the one that everyone
rallied
kind
around.
of...
Yeah. Okay, Girls Will Be Girls. All right.
Yeah. Okay, what's yours?
I wonder if you're gonna have this as well. Yeah.
Probably.
If I had legs, I'd kick you. Yeah. Yep. This is why we have this. We had the same taste. This is
but then I have another one,
good.
so this is fine.
This is directed by Mary Bronstein. This movie, it's interesting. There was this one, and then there was Die My Love, and then there was one other movie that was really about motherhood that the name is escaping me. But I do feel like we're entering this period of movie watching where you put a singular actress in a role, and you have them do the strangest shit. Strangest shit. Because this movie, it has a plot, but it
does it?
So what I was gonna say is, it has a plot, but at the same time, it's really just about like how hard motherhood is, and the trials and tribulations of that experience. And I know you have spoken at length about not wanting kids. I do think this is like the best form of abstinence. Like, this movie will really make you rethink whether you want to have children.
I had to pause it 3 times.
Okay, so the hamster scene.
He's trying to get out. Can you hold it closed, please, and keep it closed? My kid is in that car. Do you hear her crying, huh? You scared her to death, you dick.
I literally texted Kevin the hamster. The hamster was... There is a scene in this film with a hamster. That's all I will say. And it made me be like, no. That was the one time... there is a plot that is important to this, is that the reason that sort of any action happens in this movie is that Rose Byrne's character discovers that there is a massive hole in her bedroom ceiling. I mean, I'm talking massive. Yeah. Like, and so she has to leave and stay in a hotel
with her daughter
for an extended period of time with her daughter. And that was one time so when we discovered the hole, I was like, which is early on, I was like, oh no. And her eating, there's a scene where she's eating pizza in a way that it was too much. This is not it's a as an actor, this is a dream. Yeah. This is like an actor's dream to do this stuff.
Yeah.
The other part that made me have to stop was Rose Byrne's character, the daughter has a medical condition, and a motif that is throughout the film is that you don't see the daughter's face. You just hear
her voice, or you kind of like see parts of her, but never you see her face. Right.
Yeah. And so what you do see are all the characters around the daughter, including she goes to a medical facility to get where she's with other children that have the same sort of or she's at school. Is it just school? No.
She goes to school, but but Rose Byrne's character goes to like a counseling group, like for
Right.
parents who
Right.
have children who are sick. Yeah.
Yes. So the head counselor or that nurse, when she's giving Rose
Yeah.
attitude
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
third time, and that's the director.
Yeah, Mary
too.
Bronstein. Yep.
So, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
this actor, so good. But I had to stop and I had to go take a
Yeah.
walk for a second. This is also not a movie. I was talking to a couple friends about this because I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to include it on my list because I didn't like the movie. Rose's performance I thought was great, but the movie was so dark and unrelenting, and also there wasn't that much humor for me that like I walked out of it being like, oh, I can't recommend this to anybody.
Yeah.
I could recommend it based off of a
Yeah.
performance, but it is a tough movie.
So a couple
Like,
things. One, I think it's important to note that Mary Bronstein is married to Ronald Bronstein, who is a frequent collaborator of Josh Safdie. So if you've seen Uncut Gems, or if you've seen maybe Marty Supreme, this is the energy of the movie. It is, like you said, unrelenting. It's uncomfortable. Like it refuses to let you go for an hour and a half. And it's not that long of a
is
movie,
the
but like
purpose.
it's so purposeful.
No.
And I do think it was a really interesting and I think smart creative choice not to let the daughter become her own character, because it really forces you to sit with Rose Byrne's character throughout the whole thing. And there is a humanization of her character that I think she goes through in that experience. But also it feels very like almost like a blank canvas. It feels like you can kind of project your own kind of ideas or beliefs onto this experience or like this character. I thought it was, and I agree with you. The movie's good. Rose Byrne is fantastic, and I'm so glad she's getting her Oscar recognition for this. Yeah, she won't.
I don't know why, but I fear
It would
I
rock.
have this sneaking
It would
suspicion
rock.
it would rock.
But she's not going to win.
I think that if the SAG goes her way, there is a very
We've
good
been
chance.
here. Demi Moore was winning the Golden Globe and the SAG and lost at the Oscars. I don't want to.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I think that there is a tiny chance that this might happen.
I love that for like TV watching. It stresses me the fuck out.
And I love it.
Stresses me out.
The chaos
Yeah.
is fun.
But always been a great actress, and I'm glad she's getting her due. Yeah.
I also have not seen Hamnet,
fair.
so like I still have to see it. So, and I know Jessie. I've always liked Jessie Buckley. I want her to win. I just like Rose has just been around for such a long time and has always consistently been really like
Spy?
great. Yeah, I mean, Damages,
Bridesmaids.
Spy, fantastic. Also, Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah. Neighbors. You know.
I mean, she's just consistently
She's
good
fantastic.
in everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Katya from Drag Race.
I just saw
tweeted
the
about
tweet.
it.
And she hates it. She hates it.
She hated it.
I appreciate her movie takes though. I do. Because I do think most times she's on
I
the
know,
mark.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agreed with that statement. I think that this is. I mean, I don't think I hated the movie. It's a movie that like, I don't think I can. Anyone that's been like, "Oh, have you seen this?" I've said, "Look,
Yeah.
it's tough. It is not like I can't recommend it to you because it is a
it's
a
tough
slog
watch.
to get through."
Yeah.
And like I said, I had to stop it 3 times. I genuinely, again, I watched Die My Love and this in the same week.
I haven't seen Die My Love yet. See, this is part of.
And Die My Love is also it's a tough one. And weirdly, it's even more theater school. It's more theatery. Like, it genuinely, there are moments where I was like, oh my God, they're crawling on the floor and barking like a dog, like I did in acting school.
Okay, Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, she's pushing herself. But yes, Rose Byrne.
Yeah.
Feel the burn.
Oh God.
Feel the burn.
Not feel the burn. I'm quitting. Has anyone ever said that?
I think I saw it on Twitter once, and I just decided to pick it up. Yeah.
Wow. Thief.
And it wasn't copyrighted, so.
Okay, is it my turn? Okay. So this is one that I saw recently that came out last year that I think this one's on the bubble for me because I think now people are discovering it because it got some Oscar nominations, including a Best Picture nod.
Train Dreams. I almost put that on my list too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's directed by Clint Bentley, and it's starring Joel Edgerton and Claire Foy.
Felicity Jones.
Felicity Jones.
Yeah, there you go.
White women. I've done this three times.
It does have Carrie Condon in it for like a really small part. Yeah.
It does, and she's great.
Yeah,
she's great. This one I saw truly yesterday. They did a screening at Nighthawk, one screening, and it was full, which I loved at noon. And this is a movie that is very quiet, and it sort of chronicles a railroad laborer in like the early, I guess, American West. And he is basically sawing trees down to make railroads. And it talks about his sort of like solitude doing that work and having to be away from his family for a long time, as well as his, building up his family, having children. And then kind of goes into a very like somber mode that is really it's slightly upsetting, but still very, very, again, tense. Like, this is another movie that I was like, I know something is going to happen. And it sure does. And
it's pretty sad.
Still ends up being, it is very sad. I actually walked into it thinking it was going to be worse than it was, but I genuinely, it was also like very hopeful, I think, at the end, but also speaks to, unfortunately, how America just like hasn't changed that much in terms of how we treat our workers and our laborers and the ones that are like building infrastructure and bridges and transportation around the country. How people of color are treated during this time is also like a small but I think important part of it. And I think it's Joel's best. It's the best performance that I've seen him give, and he's given a couple of really great ones. And so he was fantastic. All of the actors are great in it, actually, but it's like a showcase for him.
Yeah.
And it's shot beautifully. Like, if you want to fall in love with like the American West and sort of redwood trees and like nature in that sort of area, it is beautiful.
Totally agree. See, this is an example of a movie that I feel like only is able to get a Best Picture nomination because it's on Netflix. Like, I don't think if this movie was just playing in theaters, it wouldn't have been seen by enough people to really have that type of recognition. But this is the power of Netflix being a global, platform. And I'm sure that was a huge... It meant a lot for its chances at the Oscars. It won't win, obviously, but I think a movie like this is so... It's about an ordinary man. This isn't a famous person. It's an ordinary man living an ordinary life, but doing extraordinary things. Yeah. It's very well done. It also moves, even though it's like a very slow film. It moves quite quickly. It's edited nicely. It's quiet. Right. Like it's a really very quiet movie. So it's not really showy in terms of performances or anything, but it's very nice. I'd also say that I have to say I did roll my eyes a little bit when the Netflix logo came up in the beginning of my theater, but you're right. Like, it is important. I don't think that if Hedda would have been on Netflix, I think maybe there would have been more of a push for it. Yeah. But I have some honorable mentions. Wait, I got to do my last one. Yeah. Oh, you have one more. I'm so sorry. So sorry. This is... I think this movie could be a really good companion piece to Train Dreams. It's called Love, Brooklyn by... Did you have that? I had it on my short list. Okay.
But you see somebody, right?
Who business is that but mine?
Tell me. Tell me about her.
What you want to know?
Um,
Her name. Her name is Nicole.
Nicole.
Yeah, you do not know her.
How do you...
Love Brooklyn, directed by Rachel Holder, with Andre Holland, who I love, Nicole Bahari, who
Fantastic.
I love. Like, a great cast of people.
Yeah. Incredible
It's about
cast.
a guy and a girl who, I guess, did they grow up together? It wasn't really...
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was
Right,
really
but-
clear, or at least if it wasn't, neither of us caught on to
but
it.
two people who have grown up in Brooklyn, and it's clear that they dated at one point, but they have since they're now just friends and now kind of dating other people. But it's really about like your changing relationship to other people, but also your relationship to the place you grew up. And it talks a lot about how Brooklyn is being gentrified and what that means for like how you relate to this place. I think that any movie. It's literally set in Fort Greene. Like, it's so funny.
I know.
He's riding his bike down probably like Clinton or like Green Avenue, and it just feels so like a warm hug. We're both Brooklyn-based people, and like I love any movie where a city like Brooklyn or like a place like Brooklyn can just come to life and be its own character. And I think that this movie does a really good job of making Brooklyn feel romantic. Yeah.
And also, like, making Brooklyn feel romantic, but also, we don't see many romantic films anymore with, like, black actors at the lead, just existing as human beings.
Ordinary people. No trauma porn.
People.
It's very two professionals who are just living life in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's so good.
Lovely. Yeah, that was on my short list.
All right, what else you got in your short list? Curious.
I had Oh Hi.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet, but okay.
Very fun. It's very, very fun. It's directed by Sophie Brooks. It's starring Molly Gordon and then Logan Lerman. And it's basically just like a comedy of errors about two adults that have a big miscommunication while like almost about to have sex, and like it sort of just devolves into this like very like black comedy. It's very fun, and it's very well acted. I very much enjoyed that one. If you need something that's just like
quick, fun,
quick, very much so. And then that was the only one. I thought there was no way that you were going to choose Love Brooklyn. So
I have two movies that I actually haven't seen, but I want to see, and I know that they have been underseen. Splitsville. With Dakota Johnson, the two couples that are basically they're both open. I'm not sure it's a dark comedy, but it's definitely a comedy. Splitsville, and then Testament of Ann Lee, our girl Amanda Seyfried. I haven't seen it yet, but like just knowing that the movie didn't crack with the Oscars, it feels like we missed the mark, and it's a shame because Amanda Seyfried is truly one of the best acting right now. Mona Fastfold, who co-wrote The Brutalist with her husband Brady Corbet. Like, we need more of this. We need more of this kooky, but making this movie about this leader of this movement, on a budget of $10 million. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
I know. I actually weirdly, I was at a film networking event last year, and I actually met a producer who was talking about this movie, but he didn't give me the name. He was like, "We're doing this thing on this character. Amanda Seyfried we're about to start filming. We're just trying to get like some of the financing, like with the last bit of financing together." And so I remember hearing about it and being like, it's a musical, but it's like a period piece, and very, very, I was like, okay, whatever. And then now cut to a year and a half
Crazy.
later.
Yeah.
I know. She's great. She's there like a wonderful little weirdo.
Yeah, like she can do
Making
The Housemaid
choices.
and this movie in the same season. It's like
I still gotta see Housemaid.
But that is not Underseen. That movie crushed at the box office. So that's good, Yeah.
I may wait. I assume it's gonna come out on streaming any day now.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was great.
We did it.
I love that. Yeah.
I know. This new format. Oh yeah, listeners, we're trying a new format where we do shorter instead of we
we're listening.
For a long
We're
time,
listening.
so
We're listening. We're honoring the feedback you've given us all.
we're listening. We're
Yeah.
growing. We're so sorry that we had. I can't believe I'm making this
Yeah.
video. I can't believe I'm posting
Yeah.
this to my channel.
What are we talking about next, Vishal? What's next on our docket? What's the next episode?
The next episode is going to be
Favorite Oscar speeches.
Yes. So stay tuned. We'll be talking about those. Spoiler alert: they are all.
I have one guy. I have one. I have one.
I
man.
have two. I have two
Okay,
honorables.
and they're right because.
And I'm sure one of them is overlapped.
All right.
So we will talk about this next week.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Happy Sunday. Happy Black History Month. Bye.
Happy
Black History Year.
Honestly, yeah.
Century. Eon.